Hi everyone, Asians Do Football back again with our second episode of the review. We're going to be talking about, by the way, we're filming it on the same day, so we do wash our clothes, but
it's that classic YouTube thing. We should bring a wardrobe with us next time.
Hey man, you live and you learn, innit? But today we're going to be talking about Man City, what they've done well or badly, and what they need. So Sameer, what do you think about this season?
I'm going to start off with a statement here. Our City runners up, the points gap was astonishing.
What was it, 20 something?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if they were they even chasing? At one point they were not chasing, they were just playing for second.
I know all the Liverpool fans were saying like, oh, you wait 30 years, it wasn't done until it was actually done. But I called it from October.
It's done.
I called it from October. And especially when they opened up 15, 20 point gap, it was done, man. But, that's what happens.
And Liverpool champions, obviously. So what do Man City need to do to bridge that gap so they're champions next season? So we're going to do what we did in the Liverpool video. We're just going to review what they didn't do well in this case and what they did do well as well. And then we'll talk about the transfers. So I'm going to start off with what didn't go well. And like we mentioned in the Liverpool video, Van Dijk makes such a difference to that team. And Laporte does the same function for City. And losing him midway/early in the season caused absolute carnage in that team.
Big loss.
I don't want Liverpool fans start getting in the comments and saying, oh, Laporte's not as good as Van Dijk. I'm talking about the effect of Laporte on that defence. I'm talking about that. We can have a debate about who's better or who's not better. But the effect he had, they need to just keep him fit, basically. And it's a hard thing, and it's unlucky. It's not like he's an injury-prone player, and they just need to keep him fit because he brings that defence, makes it look so much more comfortable. And as it transpired, like I think that's one of the. I think it's not the only reason, but the biggest reason for me that they couldn't keep up pace with Liverpool this season.
It's conceding silly goals,
Yeah, it is, and I think Man City's defence has been a problem. I think they used to be a team that teams were scared of, like we can't score against them, and now they can be got at a bit, and they need to firm that up so they have that bit of a scare factor because they can always score goals. That's not a problem. It's just been the defence. So sure that we're going to carry on about the defence and how can they shore that up a bit later. But let's talk about some good things. Let's give some City fans something to smile about. Kevin De Bruyne,
world class.
In my opinion, the best Premier League player.
He's so good, man.
I know Henderson got the award, and we can have a debate about if he deserved it or not. But for me, KDB just the best player, and he equalled our very own Thierry Henry's record. I don't know if you watched the video actually. KDB was given the award for the most assists.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it should have been 22 or it should be 23. You guys took some off me. And he said, you guys, he's talking about the Premier League.
Yeah.
It was quite funny, and I don't know which ones he's talking about, so I have to go on to research them. But what a player!
What a player, man. I would not be surprised if he beat it next year.
Yeah, it would not surprise me at all. The thing is, I think he should blame his teammates, to be honest. Can you finish my chance?
He's putting dinner on the plate and they're just like dashing it out the window.
Jesus is very guilty of that. He misses so many chances. But yeah, De Bruyne is outstanding, right foot, left foot. And you know what? I think some people would have criticism of him but not scoring enough. And then he pops up against Norwich, scores 2 goals in last of the season.
Those were world-class goals.
What a player.
And the thing is, like, okay, yeah, he doesn't maybe score as much as he assists, but if you're getting 20 plus assists every season,
yes,
it's a madness.
De Bruyne, man, what a player, man, and they're very lucky to have him, and he'll have a great season again next season, of course. Some other pluses, Mahrez for me. So Mahrez was joining, he's a bit of a bit part player. He was a bit in and out, couldn't find his form, but in my opinion, and I know on the social media people talk about Pep Roulette because someone will score a hat-trick and the next game they're not in the team, on the squad, and fantasy players will feel that pain as Julian has felt before.
Very annoying. Extremely annoying.
But in terms of that, I think Mahrez has cemented his place in the right wing. I think his production has been really good. His assists, he's fitting as well. He's scoring more goals. He's being a bit more selfish. I think he was being a bit more less Mahrez-y initially.
Yep.
If that's a word, less Mahrez-y. But he's like Robin. And again, I'm not saying not the quality of Robin, I'm just saying the style. Like, he's going left foot and you cannot stop him going left foot. And one of my favourite players as well in the Premier League. Didn't really appreciate him at Leicester as much till the end. And his attitude he gave when he didn't get the Man City move, he carried on producing for Leicester, which is great credit to him.
Yep.
It seems like good, hard-working, and he causes problems for all defences all the time. So yeah, I think he's had a great season. Hopefully he can nail down that right wing spot for Man City. On the other side, I'm talking about Sterling actually. I think I don't want people to forget Sterling, outstanding player, one of England's
One
best.
of the best, yeah.
The improvement, Pep. I think we know Pep's history quite well, but probably the player that he's most improved ever in his history. Maybe there's an argument for that.
You know, remember when he first joined them for 50 million,
Yeah,
and he wasn't producing,
Yeah.
and all the Liverpool fans were like, "Oh, thanks for the 50 million." Thanks for-"
Yeah.
This guy's scoring hella goals.
He's like improved so much. Do you
Yeah.
remember the goal against Watford towards the end of the season? He absolutely smashed it. I don't know if people remember it, but look it up on like Twitter and Instagram. I'm sure you'll
So
find.
good, man.
But I'm actually going to criticise me after all this praise.
Damn.
So
Like that, yeah.
End of like post the restart, post restart when the
Mhm.
restart happened. Amazing numbers. Like he scored a hat trick.
Mhm.
Funny third goal for his hat trick as well. If people remember that.
He just bounced off his
Yeah,
head.
it was like he didn't even know about it, and he did well generally. He
Yeah.
scored on the last day again. But before that, when the season was going, his middle season was not great at all. Actually, I don't think he. I think he was getting in the areas, but he couldn't score or get assists, and it was very. People thought, oh, he's gone cold and stuff like that. But I think maybe he was just tired. Sterling is one of those players in his Pep roulette that does actually play a lot of games.
He does, yeah.
And maybe that lockdown did him good, and we'll see him back to his best again throughout the whole season, being more consistent with that. Because he started the season off amazing. Do you remember?
Mhm.
Hat trick against West Ham, and he thought, oh
Yeah,
my
man.
days, here we go. What a player!
Fantasy football was beautiful.
Yeah, I know. Fantasy football was beautiful. So yeah, I just want to see a bit more Sterling, but I'm not taking anything away from him. He's a great player, and he'll do great things again. But Julian, I think that's it from me on the positives.
Yeah.
What do they need to do signing wise to build?
What do
future
they
grab?
need? So you spoke about Morris, and you spoke about him wanting to nail down that right hand spot, but they've Man City being Man City, they've already made a signing in Ferran Torres from Valencia, right?
Yep.
20 years old. He's not 21 until next year, February. So he's extremely young. Very talented, very direct. I think his natural position is on the right hand side, but he's seen to like come on from the left. He likes to cut in, and from what I've seen of him, he's got a brilliant eye for a pass, and not only that, he can execute the pass as well. So
A Man City player through and through. It sounds like then.
yeah, and he's gonna losing Sane for how much was it 40 odd?
Yeah, it's
And
cheap
bu-
in
and
hindsight,
then, and then
but
buying Ferran Torres for what, less than 30. Great business.
yeah, it
Great
is.
business. Yeah, they're always gonna have options for wingers, and again, all you need is competition in the squad to get the best out of players.
And if like you said, if he is a Sane replacement, then he's going to push Sterling, and maybe Sterling will become more consistent. What I'm asking from him.
Exactly.
But Torres won't start, will he? Initially,
I don't think so, no.
No.
But under Pep as well, he can only go improve tenfold.
Pep does love a Spanish player, so I'm sure they'll have a great relationship.
Yeah. He had 6 goals and 8 assists in 44 games for Valencia last year.
Not the greatest numbers.
Not the greatest, but for a 19, 20-year-old playing
Exactly.
for a decent outfit in La Liga, it's not bad.
I think what people are going to be wary of. Don't start jumping on him if he doesn't score 15 goals or doesn't do this or
No.
that. Let him settle and look at how he's contributing to the team. If he's not contributing to the team, then I think there's a license to like have a little bit of go. But he's 20. Let him have a chance. I don't think we'll see the best of him next season. First of all, he's not going to use the
Probably
Premier
not.
League. He's not going to get the fouls he might have got in Spain, for example. And he seems better of a nippy player, so he might go down a bit easier initially because he normally gets that free kick in La Liga, so he'll have to get used to that kind of stuff as well. May change his style a bit, and
I think one of the reasons why they got him for so cheap was, I think his contract ends next year.
okay, that makes sense.
I think that's one of the reasons. But he was linked with a few other clubs, like Barca, for example. So he's highly rated.
On that note, it's a big loss, Sane. I know he didn't play at all last season, but
Big loss,
when he
man.
was playing,
the season before, man,
just give him the ball and let him kick it in front of him and let him run.
honestly, I'm just hoping, as a football fan, he doesn't lose that, because he will tear up that Bundesliga.
Yeah, Bayern Munich are already
Yeah,
dominant, and it's just another weapon to the Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Julian, I moaned about the defence and
Well-
missing Liverpool. Have they done anything about that?
You already know that. Nathan Ake, £41 million from Bournemouth. People say he's going to be a £41 million bench player.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you think he's going to start?
Yes, he's got to start.
Yeah?
Against, he's better than Otamendi,
Mm-hmm.
better than Stones.
Mm-hmm.
Though saying that on Stones, by the way, I think Stones could be Ake, but he can't. He's not fulfilling his potential at the moment. But yeah, so on that merit.
What's Ake's what 25? So they're like only a year apart.
Yeah.
Stones is 26, I think.
And I think ability-wise they're similar, but actually showing that ability and doing it, I think Ake is miles ahead.
Yeah.
And to be a defender in that poor Bournemouth defence, and still to be a shining light in their poor defence like that, says a lot.
Mhm.
What do you think, Julian? So
He's really good.
are you saying to me you don't think he starts then, or are you
I think he will.
Okay.
I think he will, but it's not natural. We see a lot of right-footed partnerships in centre back, but very rarely.
It's funny
two
you say
left-
that, you know,
Why?
because I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying, "Oh, you can't do it. It's two left-footed players," and then someone pointed out, which is right, like no one says anything when there's two right-footed centre backs.
Exactly, because it's the norm, isn't it? Yeah, it's weird.
The same for manager, you know. Things can work out.
I feel like it can work.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it will work.
I think Nathan Ake is, he's versatile enough to. I think his right foot is decent, no?
Yeah, I think he can do a job there. I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, he can. He's comfortable on the ball. He can play a pass over the top. Yeah, I think it's a really good signing. So that's they're looking to sign, like I heard, 4 or 5 players.
Yeah,
so that's 2 already. I don't know if that's 4 or 5 on top of the 2, but
it wouldn't surprise me.
They've been linked with a couple of players. Lautaro Martinez, Aguero's been injured a lot.
He's been injured a lot
this season.
Do you know what though? I think Aguero's still got it in him personally.
Yeah, he's a world-class player, man.
Another one of my favourite players, the classic Aguero moment. Forever be Premier League history. Forever be probably one of the top 5 Premier League moments. He's so good. It's just a joy to watch. He's so small and he doesn't look that hench. And you think like, how is this guy getting goals and stuff? Like, how is he getting this?
Oh man,
I think De Bruyne would have passed up 20 if Aguero could have stayed fit.
That's true, yeah. that's probably true.
So Lautaro Martinez,
great
player by the way.
Amazing.
Not knocking the player. And
19 goals this season for Inter Milan. He's quality. His partnership with Lukaku this season has been amazing.
Yeah. Shout out to Lukaku as well. I know he had his struggles in Premier League, but he's done really well.
He's a great player as
he's
well.
He's got 30 goals.
Is it?
Altogether now.
Mad.
So well done to him.
But yeah, like another Argentine striker. Yeah. They love those. But saying that you were saying earlier, Gabriel Jesus missed a lot of chances, right?
Yeah, he misses a lot of chances.
Guess how much goals he's got this season?
Go on. Hit me with
23 goals.
That's better than I thought, you know.
Plus 14 assists.
On a side note, if you could finish the rest of his chances, it would be more than that.
I'm telling you,
the numbers are good.
I was surprised when I searched this up. 23 goals and 14 assists.
Do you know what, actually? The goals don't surprise me as much because they create so many chances, but there's 14 assists.
Yeah, man. And in terms of goals, that's 6 and 7 in the Champions League.
Scored last night as well.
6 and 7, man. 6 and 7.
There
we go. And I think he's deputised well in Aguero's absence.
And Pep has trusted him. Isn't Pep hasn't taken him out one game, put him back in one game. The reason Pep has taken him out or taken him off early is because for a rest. He's been playing him. So it's credit to Jesus that he's.
Saying that, what other options do they have? Unless they play like a.
They could do the Sterling false 9. They've done that before.
Yeah.
Maybe a Morris false 9, De Bruyne false 9.
Mm-hmm.
Pep always has creative ideas. Like look at Walker. He was playing like basically centre mid yesterday.
I missed the game.
But yeah, he's playing.
Yeah, I heard he played amazing.
He played amazingly at that as well. So.
But yeah, like.
Yeah.
Jesus' quality. So, and Lautaro Martinez is not going to be cheap.
What? Do you know what? It's going to be 100 plus, like 150. I'm talking about those.
150 million?
I think so, man. He's that good.
Mad. He is very good.
He's
very good. But
2-footed, fast, can header, puts himself about. He'll be ideal for the Premier League. If you sign him tomorrow, he'll score goals, in my opinion. He's ready. Compared to like someone like we mentioned earlier, like Torres, I don't think he's ready straight away. But I think Lautaro will be. He's ready for the hustle and bustle.
I think he's got a tenacity for the Premier League.
But for his improvement and for Conte's sanity, I don't know if you guys saw what Conte was saying. He's very unhappy with his Inter board for not completing the transfers he wanted so they could win the title this season. So that's where that's.
What was it? 1 point, right? The difference.
Yeah, but they just messed up. Inter should have won it. Juventus stumbled to the.
They had a little bit of a gap.
Yeah.
At 1 point, no.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Lautaro will stay. Barcelona will be interested in Lautaro as well at some point, and I think they'll be backing him because Suarez is not getting any younger. But yeah, something there. Actually, on transfers, I'm gonna make one of the biggest statements I think I'll make this
Go on.
season. It's early doors as well.
Go on.
I'm Man City. I'm Pep Guardiola. The ban has been lifted for the Champions League. We can spend our money. Do you know who you go for?
Who?
You go for the GOAT. You go for Lionel Messi.
No.
No, you go for Lionel Messi.
No,
If I'm Man City, I'm not saying they're going to get him, but you try and get him. Barcelona not playing great, as we know.
Nope.
Messi has very frustrated and was very vocal when they lost to Real Madrid about how frustrated he is about it. He said, we're not good enough, And we know Messi's numbers, he's brilliant. And I think low-key he's taking shots at Barcelona as a whole and the players that he plays with. I think he's unsettled.
It's mad, you know.
I think he's unsettled. I think put a bid in and see what they say. Because I don't think Barcelona will say yes, obviously. But if they bid and Messi knows they bid, Messi might push it through.
What bid are we talking about? He's what, 32 now? 33?
I think because Messi is so good, and for me he's the GOAT. Is he for you? Like,
of course, yeah.
In my time, I know there's Maradonas and Peles, but
we didn't watch it.
Yeah, I wasn't around. It's Messi for me. I think because he's so good and he's the GOAT, you just discard his age and you slap 200 million.
That's 200 million.
200 million. Because that's how much
200 mils.
That is enough to make Barcelona think and say, Barcelona's financial situation is a mess. Coutinho they bought for 100 plus.
They're dashing
Dembele,
100 million plus.
They need money.
Griezmann 100 plus as well.
Look, hear me out, yeah. I know I'm wearing a Barca top. I'm not really a Barca fan in terms of like I watch them daily, but it's Barcelona. Like how can you know like the legends they've had and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Another big statement, Julian.
Oh, come on.
I know I'm coming out with all of them.
Who is
Maybe
it?
Barcelona will be better without Messi as a whole.
Yo.
As a whole.
They wouldn't even be finishing second if they didn't
No,
have
because they're so
Barcelona.
reliant on him. It might make them think and not rely on him as much. Say, oh, we have to do something else here. We haven't got Messi. We can't just pass Messi the ball and him score a free kick or dribble past 6 million players and score a goal. So that's my big statement for this video. I'm not going to make big statements all the time. Man City, if you're listening, I'm talking like I'm a Man City fan here. Do you know what it is? I think I just want to see Messi in the Premier League as well. And Arsenal can't get him, so why do Man City get him? Do you get me? I want to see him in the Premier League.
No. I'm a very traditional guy. I want him to stay at the one club that he's had all season. All his career.
I've been lucky enough to see him live when he played at Arsenal at the Emirates, so I've seen him firsthand. That player, man. That's all I can say. Like, what a player. I want to see him in the Premier League regularly. I know it's at our detriment because he would absolutely destroy the Premier League because of how good he is.
Big game over, man.
But Man City, Pep Guardiola, if you ever stumble across this video, make that bid for your boy.
Make me assistant.
Julian, I think we should leave it there.
Yes, on that note.
And in that big statement.
Crazy statement there, bro.
And if you have any comments about my big statement, please do say so in the comments, and say anything else you think about what Julian's comments about Jesus, my comments about Sterling, and anything else. Who else do you think Man City will buy? These 4 or 5 players have stated that they're looking to get, or the rumour to get.
They're probably going to challenge, make a better challenge to Liverpool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, people say Man City is still going to be favourites. They were favourites last season, but Liverpool smacked them out of the park. So,
we'll see. I think you have to wait to the end before you can make that end of the transfer window before you can make those predictions.
Yeah, exactly.
I do think they have a great chance of the Champions League this season. By the way, on a side note.
Yeah, it was a great win against Real Madrid last night, but Ferran, he was doing all sorts last night.
He was basically a Man City player. They could probably do with Ferran actually. But Julian, that's the video. What? You got anything else to say to the people before we close this one?
Like the last video, just appreciate all the support. Any feedback in comments would be amazing. Like, subscribe, notification bell, all that stuff, and we'll see you on the next video. See ya.
Bye.